Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Black the Fall for the PS4. Black the Fall is a puzzle platform game developed by Sand Sailor Studio. The game starts with an unarmed character attempting to break free from some type of work camp or factory. You and lots of other people are being controlled and forced to work for some higher power. There are armed guards, drones and surveillance cameras, and if they catch you trying to escape they will kill you on sight. The game has a strong dystopian feel and it's very Orwellian, and thematically it's heavily based on mind control. But what is the game like to play? Well, the controls are fairly simple and easy to learn. You can run, crouch, interact with objects and use gadgets as you find them. There are some platforming sections, but honestly they're pretty basic. The real challenge here are the puzzles, and the variety is very impressive. No two puzzles were exactly the same and you really have to think about how to progress to the next area. Some involved switches, some require to damage parts of the environment with the enemy fire, and others require assistance from a robot helper that you meet later on in the game. One of my favourite puzzles was a section where the screen gets blacked out and all you have is sound to guide you. You had to gauge the proximity of traps based on the sound and the distance, and based on your instincts you couldn't see them, and it was just a very creative use of puzzle solving. After the prologue you find this laser pointer. They are worn by the guards and they allow you to use mind control on your fellow prisoners. They can help you escape the factory by pulling levers and diverting attention away from you so the guards aren't watching. Speaking of the guards, these large menacing figures roam the game and they're red visors and they're just extremely dangerous. If you get spotted they make this guttural war cry which is followed by your immediate death via their guns or the CCTV gun drones spread throughout the game. But my favourite enemies in the game were these large robots that roam the outdoor parts of the game. They reminded me of Ed 209 from the original Robocop movie, and they are absolutely lethal. It's one of the most devastating parts of the game when one of these robots spots you out in the open and just unleashes a devastating barrage of gunfire. So if you can avoid them, do, because if they see you, it's over. Overall, it's a pretty enjoyable game with some cool gadgets, interesting puzzles and terrifying enemies. Also, the art style, music and tone really elevate the game as an experience. Graphically, the game looks great. It has a unique art style and it's quite bleak and foreboding in many ways. The lighting effects add a lot more mood to the gameplay sections, and overall it really is an excellent visual experience. In terms of audio, Black the Fall does a really good job. The music is atmospheric and has a dark ambient style. The environmental sounds are very good and the voices of the enemies are really fantastic and terrifying. Overall, the audio really adds to the experience and the depth of the gameplay atmosphere. Okay, so what's good and what's bad? What's good? The puzzles are varied and interesting. The art style and music really add to the experience. The game has a very menacing overtone and the enemies are ruthless and devastating. What's bad? Some of the puzzles can be a little bit obscure. So what's the verdict? Black the Fall is an intense and enjoyable adventure set in a bleak dystopian world. It's got lots of mind-bending puzzles, genuinely terrifying enemies, and lots of cool, quirky and intelligent game elements that make this stand out from the crowd. It has a really strong atmosphere and it's one of the best examples of this genre on the PS4. So my score for Black the Fall is 8 out of 10. It's a very atmospheric game with good puzzles and enjoyable gameplay. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer, signing off. Thank you.